Unleashing your unique voice, the power of authentic expression in a copycat world. Welcome to the Black CEO Podcast, where we dive deep into the minds of visionaries who are reshaping our world. Today, we're in for a treat that will challenge everything you thought you knew about standing out in a crowded world. We have the incredible honor of sharing insights from Danaya Azure, a trailblazing radio host and content creator who's not just thinking outside the box. She's redefining what the box even means. Danaya Azure isn't just another voice on the airwaves. She's a force of nature, a disruptor who's changing the very fabric of audio entertainment. Her philosophy: express what makes you unique. It sounds simple, doesn't it? But in Danaya's hands, it becomes a revolutionary act that's transforming lives and inspiring a new generation of content creators. So buckle up, folks. We're about to embark on a journey that will challenge your perceptions, ignite your creativity, and maybe, just maybe, change the way you see yourself and your place in this world. Let's start with a question that might make you squirm a little. When was the last time you truly expressed what makes you unique? Not what you think others want to hear, not what you believe will get you likes or follows, but what genuinely, authentically represents you. If you're struggling to answer, you're not alone. We live in a world that often rewards conformity, a world where the fear of standing out can be paralyzing. But here's the kicker: it's precisely this fear that's holding us back from our true potential. Danaya Azure understands this better than most. When she says, I bring something to radio that no one else in the world is doing, she's not bragging. She's making a profound statement about the power of individuality in a world drowning in sameness. Think about it. How many times have you tuned into a radio show, podcast, or even scrolled through social media feeling like you're experiencing deja vu? The same jokes, the same formats, the same carefully curated personas. It's enough to make you want to scream, isn't it? But Danaya, she's the antidote to this monotony. She's proof that when you dare to be different, when you have the courage to express what truly makes you unique, magic happens. Now, I can almost hear some of you thinking, that's all well and good for Danaya. She's a radio host. She has a platform. But what about me? I'm just an ordinary person trying to make it through the day. Well, let me tell you a story that might change your perspective. Meet Sarah. Sarah was a mid-level manager at a tech company, feeling stuck and unfulfilled. Every day felt like Groundhog Day. Same meetings, same conversations, same frustrations. She was good at her job, sure, but she felt like a cog in a machine, interchangeable and unremarkable. Then one day, Sarah stumbled upon Danaya's show. She heard Danaya talk about expressing what makes you unique, and something clicked. Sarah realized she had been suppressing a part of herself, her passion for urban gardening and its potential to transform city spaces. Now, urban gardening might not seem relevant to a tech company, right? Wrong. Sarah decided to take a risk. In the next team meeting, instead of presenting the usual dry reports, she drew parallels between nurturing plants and nurturing projects. She talked about how urban gardening principles could be applied to create more sustainable, employee friendly office spaces. Her colleagues were stunned. Her bosses were intrigued. For the first time, Sarah wasn't just another voice in the room. She was the voice, offering a perspective no one else had. Within months, Sarah was leading a new initiative to green their office spaces and improve employee well being. Her unique perspective didn't just change her career trajectory, it transformed her entire company. This, my friends, is the power of expressing what makes you unique. It's not just about standing out, it's about bringing something new to the table, something that only you can offer. But let's be real for a moment. Embracing your uniqueness isn't always a walk in the park. It can be downright terrifying. There's always that nagging fear. What if people don't like the real me? What if my unique perspective isn't valued? Danaya's response to this fear is both simple and profound. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you're being true to yourself. Because when you're authentic, when you're genuinely expressing what makes you unique, you connect with people on a deeper level. You create impact in a way that generic cookie cutter approaches never could. Think about the last time you encountered something truly original. Maybe it was a song that spoke to your soul in a way you'd never experienced before, or a book that presented ideas in a completely new light, or even a conversation with someone who had a perspective you'd never considered. Chances are that experience stuck with you. It made an impact. That's the power of uniqueness. That's the power you have when you dare to be yourself. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking, but I'm not unique. I'm just me. Let me stop you right there. That thought, that's the biggest lie we tell ourselves. It's a lie fed by a society that often values conformity over creativity, fitting in over standing out. But here's the truth: you are unique. Your combination of experiences, perspectives, quirks, and passions. It's never existed before in the history of the universe, and it will never exist again. You are quite literally one in infinity. The challenge isn't becoming unique. You already are. The challenge is recognizing and expressing that uniqueness. Let's talk about another individual who took this challenge head on. Meet Alex, a freelance graphic designer who was struggling to stand out in a saturated market. Alex had always been good at their job, but felt like just another face in the crowd of talented designers. One day, Alex decided to take a page out of Danaya's book. Instead of trying to mimic the sleek, minimalist style that was trending, Alex leaned into their love for bold, vibrant colors and intricate patterns inspired by their Filipino heritage. The result? Alex's designs started turning heads. Clients who were tired of the same old look were drawn to Alex's unique style. One project led to another, and soon Alex wasn't just surviving as a freelancer, they were thriving. But here's the really interesting part: Alex's success wasn't just about pretty designs. By expressing their unique cultural perspective, Alex started attracting clients who were looking to connect with diverse audiences. Suddenly, Alex wasn't just a designer, they were a cultural consultant, helping brands communicate more authentically with Filipino communities. Alex's story teaches us a crucial lesson. Your uniqueness isn't just about standing out, it's about connecting, it's about bringing value that no one else can bring. Now, let's circle back to Danaya for a moment. One of the most fascinating things about her approach is her refusal to be pinned down to a single tone or style. When asked about the tone she wants her work to have, her response was, "It varies. I recommend following me and listening to my voiceovers." At first glance, this might seem like a non answer, but dig deeper and you'll find a profound truth about authentic self expression. You see, Denaya understands that true uniqueness can't be confined to a single tone or style. It's fluid, it's dynamic, it changes based on the story being told, the emotion being conveyed, the message being shared. Some days it might be serious and thought provoking, other days it might be lighthearted and fun. The key is that it's always genuine, always a true expression of self. This approach flies in the face of conventional wisdom, where consistency of tone is often prized above all else. But Denaya's success proves that audiences are hungry for something more real, more human, more varied. They want to connect with a genuine person, not a carefully constructed persona. So, how can we apply this in our own lives? How can we start expressing what makes us unique? It starts with self reflection. Take some time to really think about what sets you apart. What experiences have shaped you? What perspectives do you have that others might not? What are you passionate about? Once you've identified these things, the next step is to start incorporating them into your work, your relationships, your daily life. If you're in a creative field, let these unique aspects of yourself inform your creations. If you're in business, use your unique perspective to approach problems in new ways. If you're simply looking to enrich your personal relationships, share these parts of yourself with the people around you. But remember, this isn't about grandstanding or showing off. It's about genuine expression. It's about bringing your whole self to everything you do. It's about being brave enough to be you unapologetically and authentically. Now, I can almost hear some of you thinking, but what if my uniqueness isn't appreciated? What if it doesn't fit with what people expect? To that, I say, good. That's exactly the point. Your uniqueness isn't meant to fit with expectations. It's meant to challenge them, to expand them, to create new possibilities. Think about the most influential people in history: the inventors, the artists, the leaders who really made a difference. They didn't change the world by fitting in. They changed it by being unabashedly, unapologetically themselves, by bringing their unique perspectives and ideas to the table, even when, especially when those ideas went against the grain. Danaya Azure is doing exactly that in the world of radio. She's not just creating content, she is redefining what radio can be. She's showing us that there's room for genuine, multifaceted human expression in a medium that too often relies on formulaic approaches. But here's the really exciting part. Danaya's not the only one who can do this. You can too. We all can. We all have the potential to bring something to our chosen field that no one else in the world is doing, because no one else in the world is you. Imagine a world where we all embrace this philosophy, where we all had the courage to express what makes us unique. Think about the innovations we'd see, the connections we'd make, the problems we'd solve. It's not just about making better radio shows or more interesting art, although that's certainly part of it. It's about creating a world that's richer, more diverse, more understanding, because when we express our uniqueness, we don't just change ourselves, we change the world around us. We create new possibilities. We inspire others to embrace their own uniqueness. We start a ripple effect that can transform entire industries, entire societies. Let me share one final story with you. This one's about a teacher named Michael. Michael had been teaching high school English for 15 years, and he was good at it. His students performed well on tests, and he consistently received positive evaluations. But something was missing. He felt like he was just going through the motions, teaching the same books the same way year after year. Then, inspired by the idea of expressing what makes him unique, Michael decided to take a risk. He was passionate about hip hop, and he saw parallels between the wordplay in rap lyrics and the poetry they studied in class. So he decided to incorporate hip hop into his lessons. At first, there was resistance. Some parents complained. Some of his colleagues raised eyebrows, but Michael persisted because he knew he was onto something special. The results were astounding. Students who had never shown interest in poetry before were suddenly engaged. They were analyzing Kendrick Lamar lyrics with the same fervor they applied to Shakespeare sonnets. They were writing their own verses, expressing themselves in ways they never had before. But it went beyond just engagement. Michael's unique approach opened up discussions about race, social justice, and self expression that had never happened in his classroom before. His students weren't just learning about English, they were learning about life, about themselves, about the power of words to change the world. Michael's story spread. Soon, he was giving workshops to other teachers, showing them how to incorporate their own passions into their lessons. He wrote a book, he started a podcast, all because he had the courage to express what made him unique. So, as we wrap up this exploration of Danaya Azure's groundbreaking approach, I want to leave you with a challenge that might just change your life, and through you, change the world. Starting today, I want you to make a conscious effort to express what makes you unique, whether it's in your work, your hobbies, or your relationships. Find ways to let your true self shine through. Maybe it's sharing that offbeat idea in a meeting. Maybe it's finally starting that quirky project you've been dreaming about. Maybe it's simply being more open about your passions and perspectives with the people in your life. Whatever it is, do it with intention, do it with courage, do it with the knowledge that your uniqueness is your greatest strength. Remember, you don't need to be a radio host to apply this philosophy. You don't need to have a platform or an audience. All you need is the willingness to be authentically, unapologetically you, because that's where true innovation begins. That's where connections are forged. That's where change happens. So let's take a page from Danaya Azure's book. Let's bring something to our world that no one else is doing. Let's express what makes us unique, because in doing so, we don't just change ourselves, we change the world. Imagine a world where everyone had the courage to be truly, authentically themselves. A world where unique voices weren't drowned out by the noise of conformity, but celebrated for their distinctiveness. A world where innovation flourished because people weren't afraid to think differently, to challenge the status quo, to bring their whole selves to everything they do. That world isn't just a dream, it's a possibility. And it starts with you. It starts with me. It starts with all of us having the courage to express what makes us unique. So I challenge you. No, I dare you. Go out there and be unapologetically, unabashedly you. Share your unique perspective with the world. Bring your whole self to your work, your relationships, your life. It won't always be easy. There will be times when you'll face resistance, when you'll be tempted to conform, to play it safe. But remember this, the world doesn't need another copycat. The world needs you, the real you, the unique you, the you that has never existed before and will never exist again. Your voice matters. Your perspective matters. Your uniqueness matters. And when you have the courage to express it, you don't just change your own life, you create ripples that can change the world. So go forth and be uniquely, authentically, gloriously you, because in a world of echoes, it's the unique voices that truly resonate. It's the unique voices that inspire change. It's the unique voices that create the future. And your voice is one of those voices. So let it be heard. Let it ring out. Let it change the world. Thank you.